An Identity Theft Guide. Identity Theft Introduction. I watch some true crime shows. Quite often, roommates and siblings steal the identities of the people they live with. If you live with a friend or relative, lock your IDs and bank info in a safe place. Don't leave bank statements laying around. It's good that everything is on the internet these days, but we got the phishers and spammers locking around computers for somebody's banking info they can steal. Chinese companies were offering free cloud service. You know they'll look through your stuff to steal something. That's the communist culture. If you can steal stuff and get away with it, good on them. They think Westerners are wimp liberal prey. I was laying in bed one night. My computer came on, was on for about 5 minutes then shut off. Some hacker was going through my stuff. They got that identity lock for a few bucks a month that registers anytime your identity is used in any banking or credit transaction anywhere. I bank with Scotiabank. Anytime there is a transaction over $200, they email me. If there is a purchase on my debit card more than 10 miles from my postal code, they email me. Google says they stopped automatically storing passwords. Keep it simple. Hide your information. Don't carry a wallet or purse with your life stuff in it. All you need is one simple ID. I'm cynical because of age, which brings experience in dealing with scum low-life people. I believe that if you live 50 years in modern-day United States or Canada and you don't see the greed, selfishness, evil, and betrayal regularly in daily life, then you have lived in some kind of fantasy world up until now. I'm friendly and sociable. I act like I trust people, but I don't. I don't trust the sales guy at the store, my local politician, the bank manager, the priest, or the guy I'm talking to on the street. If somebody knocks at my door at 11 o'clock at night saying their car broke down and I open it, I'm asking for a crime to be committed against me. There are certain things you don't do because you can't trust people. The internet makes it really easy for evil people to hide while committing their evil acts. Treat the internet like it's a den of scumbags wanting to hurt you. Chapter 1. Identity Theft Guide. Identity Theft Info 1. Before I discuss identity theft, there are 2 other scams you should know about. The first is that some low-level guy simply puts a paper clip or something into an ATM such that your card gets stuck, then he pulls it out with pliers and uses it. Another one is that the owners or employees of a store or gas station that accepts cards or has an ATM machine secretly hook up a laptop computer to it which records your electronic information when you use your card. They have a hidden camera set up to watch you as you punch in your PIN. From that, they can easily make a clone card. A big problem with our conversion to computerized files is that the wrong people can assume your identity, get loans, credit cards, etc. in your name, trash your credit record, and they can easily do this for months until the unpaid bills eventually end up with a bill collector who comes chasing after you. Even though you're generally not liable for the bills these thieves accrue, your credit rating is destroyed. You have to run around trying to repair it with all the many credit reporting agencies, banks, and companies out there, and the ripple effect can go on for years, and sometimes you never get your good name back again, thus precluding you from getting a mortgage, car loan, etc. The burden is on you, the consumer, to straighten out your own credit. So, bottom line, the lenders and reporting agencies don't really care all that much. It can even get worse if someone uses your identity to commit crimes, gets caught, then your name goes into the computer as a convicted criminal, thus opening you up to being detained at routine traffic stops and possibly not able to get a passport, etc. There was even a case where someone stole someone's identity, bought life insurance on them, and tried to kill them. The sad fact about identity theft is that it's often never prosecuted because the police and the federal authorities generally can't be bothered because it's a low-priority crime. The U.S. Secret Service is responsible for credit card crimes, but they generally don't intervene unless the thefts are over $50,000. However, a federal law, the Identity Theft Assumption Law, has teeth, making it a felony punishable up to 15 years in jail, plus states are starting to pass their own laws making it a felony. The police view the lenders, not you, the consumer, as the victim, so they could care less. The credit reporting agencies just blindly do their jobs reporting what they get back. The lenders should get part of the fault because they greedily offer instant credit and easy credit cards without verifying changes of address, etc. People can steal your identity from almost anywhere. One guy had his wallet stolen at the gym and that's how it started. Another woman went to get an X-ray where a hospital employee stole her name, social security number, etc. from a medical file. Another way is for the crook to get a friend to take a job as a cashier at a store or as a waitress, then they just steal your credit card information when you pay for purchases, and if you have to show an ID like for cashing checks at supermarkets, they memorize your social security number. Some people take trash bags out of dumpsters or off the street and search through them for relevant information. Another guy was a car salesman who simply used the credit reporting agencies to get all the information he needed from the credit reports he ordered. Legitimate people like prospective employers, landlords, store owners, car lots, banks, etc. have the right to check up on anyone's credit report, and some of these people do it for criminal reasons to get people's information then just charge away. Your safest way to avoid theft is to use as few credit cards as possible, leave them home whenever you can, and if you get any suspicious activity on your credit, inform your credit card company and the credit reporting agencies right away to repair your damaged credit record. People steal mail out of mailboxes that belong to the postal service, out of home mailboxes, by robbing the post office building and robbing postal employees. They often do it at the first of the month to try to get government checks and steal identities. The best mailbox for the home is a slit in the door or elsewhere where the mail goes directly into your house and doesn't sit in a box to be easily stolen. It is a crime to take, steal, or abstract any mail. Criminal penalties include fines and imprisonment up to 5 years. The relevant law is 18 U.S.C. 1702, 1708, obstruction of correspondence and theft or receipt of stolen mail. The U.S. Supreme Court, California v. Greenwood, 486 U.S. 35, 1988, ruled that a person who places his trash at the curb for pickup has no reasonable expectation of privacy over the trash. Even though some municipalities have enacted local ordinances outlawing anyone but the trashman from taking the trash bags on the curb, it's legal almost everywhere else. Con artists come by, usually at night or early morning, pick up a bunch of bags in a wealthy area, go through it and steal identities. Burn your important papers that are trash or shred them. If you are the victim of identity theft, consider doing the following things. Make an identity theft report to the police. Close accounts that have been tampered with. Contact each company by phone and by certified letter to make sure the company notifies you in writing that the disputed charges have been erased. Record the phone calls. Place a fraud alert or a freeze on your credit reports. What happens with a freeze is they tell you immediately whenever someone tries to access your credit file. Access is blocked. Nobody can open up a new account unless they give the credit bureaus a specially issued personal identification number and a few days' notice to do so. If you think you've been the victim of identity theft, place a fraud alert with the 3 credit bureaus. You are then entitled to a free copy of your credit report. A fraud alert applies only when someone tries to open a new line of credit. It doesn't protect the existing accounts you might have. Go through the slow, tedious process of having the fraudulent information removed from your credit reports. You have to do this if you want to restore your credit. Consider identity theft insurance. If you become a victim of identity theft, it will help you pay the cost of reclaiming your financial identity. Make sure you sign with a legitimate company that's willing to back their claims up. Try number 005.8, number 346.71, number 362.88, number 364.163 or KE1658 and HV6679 at the library for a book on identity theft. Identity theft info 2. If your identity is stolen in some way, here are some things that could happen to you. Unauthorized charges have been made to your credit card. Your credit has been damaged. Your credit profile and identity has been stolen by someone who has a driver's license and credit cards in your name. You get a lot of spam, junk mail, and telemarketing calls. Limit who you give private information to. Ask yourself why do they need it, who will have access to it, how it is protected, and what it may be used for. A doctor or the DMV needs your birth date and full name, but no merchant on the internet does. There was this free ebook being offered. Before I could get it, they wanted my birth date, full name, address, etc. I filled in all phony stuff. Beware of all free offers on the internet when they start asking about your name and birth date. Be cautious when asked to provide personally identifiable information, PII, such as Social Security number, place of birth, mother's maiden name, driver's license number, bank account information, credit card number, if it is not necessary for the transaction. On some websites like free porn websites, if it's free, why do they want your credit card number? Cancel it right there. Remember that any page collecting personally identifiable information, PII, should be linked to a privacy policy. If it's not, there is something funny going on. We live in a world right now where merchants and others know better than to ask you for personal information they don't need. If they do, you don't need to do business with them. Identity theft info 3. Identity theft is used mostly for the following in order: credit card fraud, phone or utilities fraud, bank fraud, employment fraud, fake IDs like a passport, driver's license, for use when arrested, government benefits, private investigators and journalists, get medical benefits through person's health insurance, student loans, impersonate person on the internet then act like a jerk, thus giving that person a bad reputation. Home equity theft, they sell your house or get a mortgage loan. The older you are, the less likely you will get your identity stolen because the thief has to look like the age on the ID card, and most thieves are young. Be vigilant about all paperwork. Check your credit report often. Hide your social security number. Before you throw mail in the garbage, destroy any paper with your SSN on it. Criminals create fake emails and websites that are designed to look like they come from well-known, legitimate, and trusted businesses, financial institutions and government agencies in an attempt to gather personal, financial, and sensitive information. If you ever get on a website offering loads of free music, free videos, etc., there's no advertising on it and they want you to sign up with your full name, city of residence, etc., look in the source code and on the website itself for evidence of another alphabet that the Russians use. I have no proof, but I believe these are scam websites designed to get your personal information. I tried bearshare.com on 2 different computers. Both times, after I went through the whole routine, it said it couldn't install because a file was missing. They got my fake personal information though. With phishing, criminals deceive internet users into disclosing their bank and financial information or other personal data such as usernames and passwords, or into unwittingly downloading malicious computer code onto their computers that can allow the criminals subsequent access to those computers or the user's financial accounts. Often phishers will sell credit card or account numbers to other criminals, turning a very high profit for a relatively small technological investment. Phishing involves identity thieves sending an email designed in the same way as a phishing email, yet instead of providing a fraudulent link to click on, the email provides a customer service number that the client must call and is then prompted to log in using account numbers and passwords. Alternately, consumers will be called directly and told that they must call a fraudulent customer service number immediately in order to protect their account. Spear phishing is a technique whereby emails that appear genuine are sent to all the employees or members within a certain company, government agency, organization, or group. The message might look like it comes from an employer, or from a colleague who might send an email message to everyone in the company, in an attempt to gain login information. Many people receive phone calls from persons purporting to be with legitimate institutions or companies asking them for personal information. Victims often have no idea how criminals obtained their data. Victims typically provide their personal information to phishers precisely because they believe the solicitation to be trustworthy. The unexplained and unexpected charges that later appear on their credit card statements often occur so long after the phishing solicitation that victims don't realize that there is a connection between these events. Companies that are victimized by phishing may not report these instances to law enforcement because they want to protect their image as a safe company. Phishers just create fake websites and emails that they cloned from the real one, but legitimate companies don't ask for personal information like this through the internet. Another thing phishers do is download certain forms of malicious computer code into people's computers. Sometimes they do redirection scheme. Ordinarily, when an internet user types the address of a particular website into an internet browser, the computer directs the user to the correct website. In a redirection scheme, the malicious code introduced by phishers changes the code inside a user's computer so that, when the user tries to access a particular site by tying in the correct address, the code causes the user, without his knowledge, to be redirected to a phishing website that closely resembles the site that the user intended to access. Another type of malicious code-related phishing scheme involves the use of keylogging software or a backdoor, i.e., code that allows criminals to access a user's computer without the user's knowledge. They recode the user's keystrokes during the login process at his or her bank, then retrieving the keystroke data to reproduce the user's username and password and access the user's account to make substantial withdrawals from that account. Phishers can be cunning crooks. A phisher in one country takes control of a computer in another country, then uses that computer to host his phishing website or send his phishing emails to residents of still other countries. Protect your computer with antivirus software, spyware filters, email filters and firewall programs, and make sure that they are regularly updated. Whenever I'm not on the internet, I pull my modem plug out. Ensure that your internet browser is up to date and security patches applied. Be suspicious of any email with urgent requests for personal financial information or threats of termination of online accounts. When contacting your financial institution, use only channels that you know from independent sources are reliable. To make sure you're on a secure web server, check the beginning of the web address in your browser's address bar. It should be rather than just http:// Regularly log into your online accounts. Don't leave them for as long as a month before you check each account. Regularly check your bank, credit, and debit card statements to ensure that all transactions are legitimate. If anything is suspicious, contact your bank and all card issuers. Don't use the links in an email to get to any web page, if you suspect the message might not be authentic. Instead, call the company on the telephone, or log on to the website directly by typing in the web address in your browser. Avoid filling out forms in email messages or pop-up windows that ask for personal financial information. ID theft one-liners. Identity theft occurs when someone steals your credit card number, social security number, birth date, checking account number, password to a website and gets credit in your name. Shred or burn anything with your date of birth and SSN on it. When you get a new credit card, sign it right away. If you cancel a credit card, tell them. Don't just cut it up. Don't sign blank credit card slips. Don't lend your credit card to anyone. Don't put your address or SSN on checks you have printed up. Every piece of mail or paperwork you get with your date of birth and SSN on it, either burn it or shred it. If anyone asks for your SSN, don't give it unless you're sure it's a legitimate person or company. Don't give it out to a stranger on the phone or an email request from a stranger. Keep only one credit card and check your balance online every week or so. Your credit card company is liable for all false charges beyond $50, but the quicker you tell them, the less hassles you have. Put a firewall on your computer. When you're getting rid of an old computer, take the hard drive out and smash it. All a thief needs is your name and social security number, and they're in business. In many states, your SSN is public domain knowledge, used as your driver's license number and / or your health card number. There are so many near minimum wage clerks with access to computer records that getting this information is very easy, if not a joke. Some people get on the phone, call up neighbors, friends, co-workers, teachers, etc. and claim to be something like police, secret service, military, a corporation, etc., and either say they're conducting an investigation for a security check for a job, investigating a crime, or simply checking you out for your application for a job. With this approach, they can find out lots of background information about a person and what they do. If your credit cards are stolen, big deal, the crooks can only get what your limit is, so ask your credit card company to keep that low, even though you're only liable for $50 worth of stolen charges. But the big thing is, if you have got good credit, these crooks can apply for a dozen cards in your name and rack up every one of them, and they're smart about it. They will wait for one particular day, then start using them all and max them out before anything appears on your statements. Whatever you do, don't fill out any of those phony junk mail contests and credit card applications with your social security number. If you find that you're not getting your mail, a crook could easily have filed a change of address form on you with the U.S. Postal Service. One guy just went to phone book in a wealthy suburb, took some names out, went to the DMV, got the SSNs, and that was it. If you get listed in the phone book, use an initial and leave your address out. Your best bet is to not get listed at all. Some people simply go to the book Who's Who in America to get details and then get a birth certificate from that. Some thieves start dummy or barely operating companies to get information from people. Some thieves file an incomplete credit card application using your name, then when they're rejected, they request a copy of the free credit report from a credit reporting agency, and that's how they get your information. Someone with all your information can pretend to be on vacation somewhere, then call the credit card companies saying the credit cards are lost, so that once a few details are verified over the phone, they will FedEx the new credit cards to the crook. If someone calls you on the phone posing as a credit card company representative or whomever, do not volunteer any information. To verify who they are, get their number and call them back. Collect. The government and the lenders are currently working on new ways to help stop this epidemic, but until they get something like an instant fingerprint check machine, you have to watch your own butt when it comes to your credit identity. After signing your name on a credit card charge slip, pull out the carbons and rip them up. Rarely give out your birth date and social security number unless absolutely necessary. Destroy all paperwork with personal information on it. Don't just throw it in the garbage, because that's where a lot of identity thieves get their informations, from the garbage. Burn it or shred it first. People obviously steal identities for financial gain, to use if caught doing a criminal act including drinking while driving and personal revenge, to get back at someone you think wronged you, like an ex-wife or a boss. Beware of your roommate at college or elsewhere. Many identities are stolen this way. Tell the banks and credit card companies when you move. Record card numbers and the credit card company phone number in a separate place from the card. If you lose a credit card, report it immediately. Don't carry more credit cards around than what you need. Don't give out personal info over the phone or by email. Check your monthly credit card statements for unauthorized charges. If you see monkey business on your accounts, call the police. Check for fraud. Your credit report. Bank account. Your investment stock account. Phone company, does someone have a phone in your name? Social Security number fraud line, ssa.gov, 800-269-0271. Driver's license. Bankruptcy court, has someone filed for bankruptcy for you? Did someone amass a criminal record using your name? Beware of who you let into your house to stay as a guest, babysit, feed the pets while you're away, etc. Beware of what you throw into the garbage. It could contain enough information to steal your identity. Monitor your financial statements for irregularities. Check your own credit reports once a year. You're legally entitled to one free credit report per credit reporting agency per year. There are credit monitoring companies out there that report to you all attempts at getting credit in your name and all entities checking out your credit profile. Shred or burn your documents. Get a criminal or background check done on yourself to see if someone has committed crimes using your name. Protect your mailbox. The best mailbox is a slot where the mail goes into your house. Don't carry what you don't need in your wallet. Don't carry your SSN or extra credit cards around. Shop only with established companies on the internet and on the phone. Run their name through bbb.org. There is an identity theft book out there called From Victim to Victor. Try typing the terms background check or criminal check into search engines to get lists of companies that deal with doing these services. Use a secured browser on the internet. Destroy all credit card and ATM receipts, even for gas. Medical Identity Theft Guide. People steal your identity, then use it to get medical treatment and surgery done, and all the bills come back to you. Thieves are using stolen social security numbers to receive medical care. A thief may use your name or health insurance numbers to see a doctor, get prescription drugs, file claims with your insurance provider, or get other care. Increased use of electronic medical records means a rise in ID theft. Many don't know yet that they are victims. Try number 005.8, number 346.71 or KE1658 at the library for a book on the subject. consumer.ftc.gov/articles/0171-medical-identity-theft. business.ftc.gov/documents/bus75-medical-theft-faq-health-care-health-plan. blog.protectemia.com. ehow.com, medical identity theft. fraud.org, National Fraud Information Center. healthcareinfosecurity.com. healthcareitnews.com. healthit.gov/providers-professionals/on-commissioned-medical-identity-theft-assessment. How do I know if my identity has been stolen? When you start getting bills in the mail for charges you didn't make, receive calls from irate creditors and bill collectors, that's a good sign someone has stolen your identity. But quite often, the address the bills are sent to is not yours, so you often don't find out until you are applying for credit, a car loan, a mortgage, etc. Then you find out your credit record is a mess. Someone else has assumed your identity and used it to rip off credit card companies and any other retail outlet or financial company they could. They take until your credit record is trashed. Sometimes they'll even file bankruptcy in your name in order to avoid being evicted out of a house. Identity theft is now a federal crime, regulated under the Federal Identity Theft and Assumption Deterrence Act with stiffer sentences than before, but it seems like the easiest way to steal money, much easier than robbing banks, so don't expect it to slow down anytime soon. The thieves never think they'll get caught. Some of the stories I heard were atrocious. Some people have stolen 20 or more identities then simply escaped to another part of the country. In the old days, it was a low priority for cops. They had a field back then. Nowadays the FBI are involved, but there are still loads of identity thieves around. If you're really paranoid, pay a membership fee to one of those credit detection services who inform you immediately whenever there is any kind of credit application in your name. Another way is simply to not own much, or at least not have much in the way of credit cards, loans, etc. A sparse or bad credit report can help you in this way because it'll be harder to get credit. Thieves target regular credit users with high credit limits. If you don't have a credit card, they can't steal your number, then use that to find your DOB and SSN. Get a copy of your credit report every year and look it over. Don't give out your personal information to anyone you don't trust. Don't put informative stuff in your garbage bag without shredding it first. Don't leave your purse or wallet laying around. At work, an unscrupulous coworker can write out your personal info without stealing anything, such that you don't know your identity was stolen. If you get robbed, watch your credit file for the next several months. Some people immediately close all their existing accounts and open new ones. It's your call as to whether to do this or wait around and see what happens. At the very least, ask your bank to flag your account such that if anyone comes in looking to withdraw money, they must present the new password. Change the PIN. Give out your social security number to as few people as possible. Banks need it by law, but almost no one beyond that does. Leave your social security card at home so that if someone steals your purse or wallet, they won't discover your SSN. Never give out your social security number over the internet. Carry only what you use. If you have 5 credit cards but usually only use one, leave the others hidden at home. Shred credit card receipts. Be wary of mirror websites, fake websites designed to look like the websites of legitimate companies. If someone needs your SSN, DOB, or something like that, it's safer to give it over the phone than over email. Don't be too paranoid. Most credit card number thefts over the internet are thefts of lists from a retail store or a credit card company. Don't fall for the need to update your account information trick, the oldest scam in cyberspace. Never give out your account numbers, social security information, etc. to strangers and telemarketers over the phone. Keep a list of your credit cards, account numbers, etc. so that you can contact them quickly if your identity gets stolen. Some thieves simply hit easy accessible mailboxes in well-to-do neighborhoods assuming most people work during the day and there is no one around. Try to get your mailbox to be the type that the mail goes through a slot into your house or get a postal box number. Put outgoing mail in a postal box, not in your mailbox. No bank or credit card company would send you an email asking to verify your information. They deal with hard copy postal letters. If you get a suspicious email, call your bank up immediately. You will be helping them as well as yourself by uncovering a criminal presence. I repeat, banks and credit card companies don't send unsolicited emails to their members asking for information. Myself personally, I don't use Internet Explorer because it attracts the most spam. I use Mozilla Firefox, Netscape, and other browsers. I use antivirus software too. Never accept anything free like a free screensaver. It's an excuse to plant a cookie in your computer to spy on your habits then send you related ads. Be wary about opening attachments in emails. Shred all credit card offers you get in the mail that you want to use. If your identity has been stolen, there are check verification companies covered elsewhere who will help you track down the checks the identity thief used for a fee. Once you find out your identity has been stolen, cancel all your credit and ATM cards and get brand new ones. Report lost or stolen ATM and debit cards immediately. The amount of money you are liable for depends on when you report the loss. If it's within 2 business days of discovering the loss or theft, your liability is $50. If it's after 2 business days, but within 60 days after a statement showing an unauthorized electronic fund transfer, you can be liable for up to $500. If you wait for longer than 60 days, you could be liable for all of it. If you have an ATM card, all the money withdrawn is your loss. In the end, protect yourself by being aware of what's on your credit record. Don't be sloppy about giving out personal information. Don't enter contests that ask you for a bunch of details or lie about them. No contest needs to know your DOB. Watch your garbage. Don't throw personal papers in there without ripping them up into very small pieces. You as a victim of identity theft 1. If you're a victim of identity theft, you should have a record of all your credit cards, a few major and local credit reporting agencies and accounts already at hand to contact them all immediately. Contact any one of the 3 major credit bureaus and ask for an extended fraud alert to be put onto your credit account. What this does is that whenever anybody applies for credit in your name for the next year or longer if you request it, the creditor must contact you directly before granting any new credit so they have to talk to you personally, verify your address, employment history, etc. It's not like they often do, which is to check your credit score and if it's good, they grant the credit without ever talking to you. Equifax.com, 800-525-6285. Experian.com, 888-397-3742. TransUnion.com, 800-680-7289. Call the local police department and file a criminal complaint in order to get a complaint document that you'll use to clean up your credit. Up until recently, police considered identity theft either a civil credit matter or a minor criminal matter, but it's now classified as a felony, so police departments are treating it more seriously than ever. Call the U.S. Secret Service, FBI if a bank is involved in the U.S. Postal Service. Hire a private investigator to find the thief if you have to. Some victims have gone on to sue the lenders for giving out credit too easily and the credit reporting agencies for destroying their ratings prematurely. Cancel everything. Start brand new accounts from scratch with new account numbers. If somebody gets a driver's license or a passport in your name, take their photograph, go to the media and get them to put it over the airwaves and ask people to identify that person. Contact the motor vehicle office and ask if they have issued a license in your name to someone else. On the NBC TV show Dateline, the guy got his credit report, found a home address there, went over, staked it out and shot video footage of the people going in and out without confronting them, went to the USPS, got a change of address form, had the mail rerouted to his house, then sent out a press release and got on a local news story about him as a cancer patient fighting identity theft. There are now strong federal laws, so if you are the victim of identity theft, call the FBI. Some thieves have the arrogance to set up a phone or internet account in your name. If you somehow discover this by getting a bill or seeing the unpaid charge on your CR, call them up immediately, ask for the security department, explain the situation, then tell them you want the address where the phone or internet hookup is. Obviously, if it's a cell phone, it's probably a fake address. Call the cops and tell them you've got an address on an identity theft suspect. Remember, there is now a federal and state laws for identity theft. Company security might not release the address to you, but they will release it to the cops. Close investment accounts too. They have machines to go through all possible number and letter combinations until they uncover your PIN. They can drain your entire investment account. They just have to sell the stock, then write a phony check or ask that the money be transferred or a check sent to their address. Some identity thieves file bankruptcy in a victim's name in order to wipe out debts and start getting more credit. If there's a bankruptcy on your CR that you didn't do, contact the U.S. Government Bankruptcy Administration, usdoj.gov/UST. You is a victim of identity theft too. Chances are that the identity thief has gotten a driver's license in your name. You might even find a ticket on your driving record that you didn't get. Contact your state DMV and ask them to do a check to see if your name and DOB are on 2 or more driver's licenses used by people other than you. Ask for a flag on your driver's license, which means that when anyone makes any request regarding your license, they do an extra check to verify it's you. Many states use the social security number in your driver's license number. If this is the case and you know your identity was stolen, you have to change your DL number, because if you don't, this other person can access your information by typing your DL number into a computer depending on the state. Some states give online access to driving records simply by typing your number in. It's really funny that the DVM bureaucrats don't wince when someone comes in with the exact same name and DOB as someone already on file and ask for a DL. It should be a big red flag for identity theft, but I was a documentary where some guy came in, had the exact same name and DOB as somebody on file, and the bureaucrat just gave it to him. She didn't want hassles about giving somebody a hard time. If the identity thief has been captured and charged, get a lawyer to file a civil suit to recover the losses you have incurred both materially and psychologically. Keep all paperwork of accounts and transactions attributed to you that you did not do. File a police report and get copies of it in order to change your accounts, and tell the credit reporting agencies, also to use in a civil suit if it gets that far. For a quick review. Notify your creditors and the credit reporting agencies with a letter stating that you are the victim of identity theft. Include supporting paperwork including the police report. If the police won't help you by filing a report, complain to NAJI.org, your state attorney general's office. Go to the FTC and get a copy of the ID theft affidavit, which is a form where you can list all the violations committed against you. File a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission at ftc.gov/idtheft or call the FTC's Identity Theft Hotline toll-free at 877-ID-THEFT, 438-4338. To mail a copy of your complaint, write to Identity Theft Clearinghouse, Federal Trade Commission. 600 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20580. The information is entered into the Consumer Sentinel, a secure database accessible by law enforcement agencies worldwide. If you think someone has used your information to obtain a driver's license, contact your local Department of Motor Vehicles and ask that your record be flagged for possible fraud. If somebody has used your name to get cell phone service, contact your local cell phone providers. File a complaint with Federal Communications Commission, Consumer Information Bureau, 445 12th Street SW, Room 5A863, Washington, D.C. 20554. FCC.gov. 888, call FCC. Even if you catch someone using your identity information is still out there. Somebody else might use it. Monitor your financial accounts and credit reports for any signs of tampering. After you've notified the lenders and credit reporting companies that you've become a victim of identity theft and filed a police report to substantiate the crime, you'll still have to provide additional proof that you didn't incur the debt, yourself. For new accounts opened in your name, you'll have to complete a document called an ID theft affidavit, which is available at consumer.gov/idtheft/pdf/affidavit.pdf. ftc.government.bcp/conline/pub/credit/affidavit.pdf. For existing accounts with unauthorized charges, you may need an affidavit along with additional supporting documentation, such as police reports, collection agency notifications, etc. After an identity theft, fix what you can, then monitor your credit report every few months to see if they have corrected the problem and to see if there is any new activity on your name. If you sense that your mail has been stolen or tampered with, contact your local postal inspector. If you're used to getting some mail every day then it drops off, that's a red flag. Check your credit report every 6 months. Check your credit report every 6 months. Some websites offer them for free. Annualcreditreport.com, 877-322-8228, the free annual credit reports. freecreditreport.com. membershipme.com/freecreditreport. Get a service like the one offered by amw.com where they report to you every time your name is used for any transaction. Chapter 2. Some identity theft techniques. Keystroke logging theft. Keystroke logging comes from malicious software which is called malware. Some fraudster implants it into your computer then records every keystroke you make. If you log into your bank account or PayPal account, he gets everything, even your passwords. Computers can become infected with malicious software by opening email, accessing a website or downloading free stuff. Stroke loggers come in 2 varieties. Small hardware devices. A software program. Both capture every keystroke you make. Phishing info. Phishing is a term used to denote a type of scam. Con artists create emails and websites made to look like they come from official banks, credit card companies, etc. Crooks try to get credit card information, usernames, and passwords by creating and sending fake websites or email messages that look like they come from banks, stores, etc. They send them out on some pretense that their card is expired, their account will expire in 30 days unless they respond, they need to update their address, etc. Ask the customer to fill in a few lines then to click on an icon to send it. When they do this, they send this valuable information to a thief who steals their identity. A bank or credit card company will never send you an email and ask you to send them personal information over the internet. They will do it either through snail mail or at the bank itself. Don't even trust the phone. If you get such an email, send it to your bank or credit card company immediately and ask them if it's fake or real. This will protect you and help them in their hunt to find people criminally using them as a front for criminal activity. Along with banks and credit cards, PayPal and eBay have been common decoys. Report a phishing email at reportphishing@antiphishing.com. Spoof@ebay.com. Spam@uce.gov. Anti-phishing.org. The Anti-Phishing Working Group, APWG, tips. The Anti-Phishing Working Group, APWG, is the global industrial and law enforcement association focused on eliminating the fraud and identity theft that results from phishing, pharming, and email spoofing of all types. Some of the tips on antiphishing.org are: be suspicious of any email with urgent requests for personal financial information. The email may include upsetting or exciting, but false, statements to get you to react immediately and will ask for information such as usernames, passwords, credit card numbers, social insurance numbers, etc. Don't use the links in an email to get to any web page. Instead, call the company on the telephone or access the website directly by typing in the web address in your browser. It could be a fake clone website. If you need to update your information online, use the normal process you've used before or open a new browser window and type in the website address of the legitimate company's account maintenance page. Regularly check your bank, credit, and debit card statements for unauthorized transactions. If anything looks suspicious, contact your bank and all credit card issuers. Use antivirus software. If you have any doubts about an email or website, contact the legitimate company directly. Make a copy of the questionable website's URL and email message and send it to them. If a website address is unfamiliar, it's probably not real. Only use the address that you have used before and know. Don't fill out forms in email messages that ask for personal financial information. They usually offer something for free and think that's enough for you to give over your date of birth, social security number, etc. Ensure that you are using a secure website when submitting credit card or other sensitive information via your web browser. Look for the lock symbol at the bottom of your browser. HTTPS in front of the website address. SHTML at the end of the website address. These factors indicate that you are in a secure and encrypted area. Most legitimate sites will have a relatively short name that usually depicts the business name followed by .com or possibly .org. Spoof sites are more likely to have an excessively long string of characters in the header, with the legitimate business name somewhere in the string, or possibly not at all. Regularly log into your online accounts to check the balance and all the account information. Protect your email address. Use one email for your trusted personal and business contacts. Set up a separate email address for other online uses. Delete spam as soon as you see it on your computer. Don't try, don't buy, and don't reply if you do not want any more spam in the future. Any information traveling on airways through Wi-Fi could be at risk of being intercepted by anyone who has the equipment to perform such an interception. Never open an email attachment from someone you don't know. Avoid opening an email attachment from someone you know, unless you know exactly what the attachment is. The person sending you the attachment may be unaware that it contains a virus. Delete chain emails and junk email. Do not open, forward, or reply to them. Do not download any files from strangers. In some cases, when you install a new software program, you may need to turn off your antivirus software during the installation process. Be sure to turn it back on again when the installation has completed. Spoofing info. Spoofing is where the con artist creates a replica of a real website or email in order to mislead the viewer or recipient. When the user types things in as part of a transaction or to verify some fake security updating the website wants, the con artist gets this info and proceeds to either sell it to an identity thief or uses it for his own identity thieving. Good phishers and spoofers can put a fake website on top of the real site so they can capture your information when you call up the real website to use. An easy giveaway is spelling and punctuation mistakes. A big bank will not have simple mistakes on their website. The people at antiphishing.org have a repository of phishing scam emails and websites to help people identify and avoid being scammed. If you have received a phishing email and want to report it, send it to report phishing at antiphishing.org. The fake company looking to hire. Con artists simply pretend they're some up-and-coming high-tech company or a foreign company and post an ad looking to hire people. When people respond, they send an application form which you fill out, then they steal your identity using this information. The lesson is to check to see if a company is real before you apply for work. It's hard to do because anyone can incorporate for under $200. Look for news stories on the company. If none exist, the company must be fake because every company should have some news on it. The fake marriage scam. The way a lot of identity thieves from abroad operate is that they befriend some single person in the United States online, send them a fake attractive picture of themselves, then propose marriage to this person without ever meeting them. After this, they use these people for a drop, a place where they get merchandise purchased from a stolen credit card delivered, then this scammed single person resends it to this person in another country. This scam is worked on both men and women. People in the United States also do this willingly for a fee. Chapter 3. Identity Theft Law Info. The Identity Theft and Assumption Deterrence Act. This act, passed in 1998, made it a federal crime to knowingly transfer or use a means of identification of another person with the intent to commit, or to aid or abet, a federal crime. Violations are investigated by federal agencies, including the U.S. Secret Service, the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Postal Inspection Service, and are prosecuted by the Department of Justice. The Identity Theft Penalty Enhancement Act is an amendment to the Identity Theft and Assumption Deterrence Act that established specific penalties for identity theft offenses, including the very serious impersonation of an individual for the purpose of committing an act of terrorism. Identity theft law websites: ncsl.org/programs/lis/privacy/idt-statutes.htm, consumer.gov/idtheft/law_laws, hdm, privacyrights.org. Identity theft laws by state. Alabama. ALA. Code Sector 13A8-190 through 201. Legislature.state.al.us. Alaska. Alaska Stat Sector 11.46.565. Allegis.state.ak.us/folhome.htm. Arizona. Arizona. Rev. Stat. Sector 13 to 2008. azlg.state.az.us/ars/13/020008.htm. Arkansas. Arc. Code N. Sector 537-227. arclg.state.ar.us/data/ar_code.asp. California. Cal. Penal Code Sector 530.5-8. leginfo.ca.gov/colaw.html. Colorado. Colorado. Rev. Stat Sector 18-5-102. Colorado. Rev. Stat Sector 18-5-113. Connecticut. Con. Stat. Sector 53A129A. search.cga.state.ct.us/dt search_pub_statutes.html. Delaware. Del. Code N-tit. 2, Sector 854. delcode.state.da.us/title 11. 1/C005/SC03/index.htm number P650_58497. District of Columbia. District of 22 to 3227.01 to 3227.08. Florida. FLA. Stat. N. SE 17.568. leg.state.fl.us/statutes/index.cfm. Georgia. GA. Code N. Sector 16-9-120 through 128. Allegis.state.ga.us. Hawaii. High Rev. Stat. Sector 708 to 839.6 through Sector 708 to 839.8. capital.hawaii.gov/hrs current/vol 14-ch0701-0853. Idaho. Idaho Code Sector 18 to 3126, Criminal. State.id.us/cgi-bin/new IDST $SCTID =180310026.k. Illinois. 720 ILCS 5/16 G. ilga.gov/legislation/IKS/ILCS.ASP. Indiana. IND. Code Seconds 35-43-5-3.5. State.in.us/legislative/IC/code/title 35/AR43/CH5.html. Iowa. Iowa Code Sector 715A.8. nxtsearch.legis.state.ia.us. Kansas. Kin. Stat. N. Sector 21 to 4018. accesskansas.org/legislative/statutes. Kentucky. KY. Rev. Stat. N. Sector 514.160. 162-114.4. 13/KRS/514-00/160.pdf. Louisiana. Law. Rev. Stat. N. Sector 14:67.16. Legis.state.la.us. Maine. Me Rev. Stat. Antit. 17A Sector 905A. State.me.us/allegius/statutes/17-A/title L7A Sec 90SA.html. Maryland. MD. Code N Art. 27 Sector 231. Massachusetts. Mass. Gen. Law CH 266, Sector 37E. State.ma.us/allegius/law/SC/98/S1980397.htm. Michigan. 445.61 ET Sec. Minnesota. Min. Stat. N. Sector 609.527. leg.state.mn.us/leg/statutes.asp. Mississippi. Miss. Code N. Sector 97-19-85. mscode.com/free/statutes/97/019/0085.htm. Missouri. MO. Rev. Stat. Sector 570.223. moga.state.mo.us/statutes/C500-599/5700223.htm. Montana. Monday. Code N. Sector 45-6-332. data.opi.state.mt.us/bill/mca/45/6/45-6-332.htm. Nebraska. NE Rev. Stat. Sector 28 to 608 and 620. statutes.unicam.state.ne.us/default.asp. Nevada. NEV. Rev. State. Sector 205.463 to 465. leg.state.nv.us/nrs/nrs-205.html. New Hampshire. NH. Rev. Stat. N. Sector 638:26. Genco urt.state.nh.us/rsa/xh/638/638-26.htm. New Mexico. NM. Stat. N. Seconds 3016-24.1. conwaygreen.com/nmsu. New York. New York CLS Penal Sector 190.77 through 190.84. assembly.state.ny.us/leg/CL=82 &A=45. New Jersey. NJ. Stat. N. Sector 2C21-17. lis.newjerseyleg.state.nj.us. North Carolina. NC. Gen. Stat. Sector 14 to 113.20 through 23. ncga.state.nc.us/enacted legislation/statutes/html. North Dakota. 12.1 to 12.3. state.nd.us/lr/cn code/t121.html. Ohio. Sector 2913.49. Identity fraud. onlinedocs.andersonpublishing.com/oh. Oklahoma. Oklahoma. STAT TIT. 21, Sector 1533.1. lsb.state.idcas/oshtatustitle.html. Oregon. Or. Rev. Stat. Sector 165.800. leg.state.or.us/ors/165.html. Pennsylvania. 18 Pa. Cons. State Sector 4120. Rhode Island. RI. Gen. Law Sector 11-49.1-1. Rilin.state.ri.us/statutes/title 11/11-49. 1/. South Carolina. SC. Code N. Sector 16-13-500, 501. scstatehouse.net/code/T16C013.htm. South Dakota. SD. Codified Law Sector 2230A3.1. elegis.state.sd.us/statutes/index.aspx. Tennessee. TCA Seconds 39-14-150. Texas. Tex. Penal Code Seconds 32.51. capital.state.tx.us/statutes/docs/pe/content/htm. Utah. Utah Code N. Sector 76-6-1101-1104. le.state.ut.us/code/title 76/htm/76_07102.htm. Vermont. 132030. Virginia. VA. Code N. Sector 18.2 to 186.3. iegl.state.va.us. Washington. Wash. Rev. Code Sector 9.35.020. leg.wA.gov/wsladm/rcw.htm. West Virginia. W.VA. Code Sector 61-3-54. elegis.state.wv.us/wv code/masterfrm3banner.cfm. Wisconsin. WIS. Stat. Sector 943.201. folio.elegis.state.wi.us. Wyoming. WYO. Stat. N. Secretary June 3, 91. elegisweb.state.wy.us/statutes/titles/title 06/C03/09.htm. Chapter 4. Identity Theft Topics. Getting arrested for someone else's crime. If someone gets arrested committing a crime in your name then takes off after they post bail or are released on their own recognizance, when you're pulled over for a traffic stop and they do a warrant check, your name comes up, you're arrested and taken to jail, whereupon you'll have to insist that your fingerprints or face don't match this other person already in the system with the same name and job as you. After they release you, you have to get them to take this name out of their database, or at least get a clearance letter from them for the next time you're stopped. File an impersonation report. Get a lawyer or the ACLU if you must, in order to stop from getting arrested whenever you're stopped for a routine traffic stop. This can show up if you're crossing a national border too. The numbers that run your life. hiprogrammer.com/Alan/numbers, the numbers that control your life: phone numbers, credit card numbers, social security numbers. The identity theft statement. An identity theft statement is a record of what happened to you and your identity that you create yourself to give to the police, credit companies, banks, etc. Create the statement to help prove you are innocent and give them the means to start an investigation. This will help you clear your name and possibly catch the identity thief. Once you complete the statement, keep a copy of all correspondence for every statement you send out. phonebusters.com/images/ID theft statement.pdf. Identity theft insurance. When you buy identity theft insurance for a few bucks a month, these people monitor your accounts for unusual activity and also have a liability amount like up to $25,000 that they will cover if someone steals your identity and wreaks havoc on your monetary affairs. III.org, 800-942-4242, Insurance Information Institute, get referrals to identity theft insurance companies. PromiseMark.com, AIG.com, Chubb.com, EncompassInsurance.com, Farmers.com, MyFico.com, Travelers.com. Chapter 5. Identity Theft Resource Guide. Identity Theft Websites. Try number 005.8, number 346.71, number 362.88, number 364.163 or KE1658 and HV6679 at the library for a book on identity theft. FTC's Identity Theft Hotline. Federal Trade Commission. 600 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20580. 887, ID Theft, 438-4338. Consumer.gov/ID Theft. Fraud.org, National Fraud Information Center. IC3.gov, Internet Fraud Complaint Center. OnGuardOnline.gov. IAACA.com, IAACA.org, International Association for the Advancement of Criminal Activity, Crooks, Hackers, and Scammers. Phishing.com. Consumer.gov/ID Theft, 877 ID Theft. IFCCFBI.gov. Microsoft.com/security. FightIdentityTheft.com. Social Security Fraud Hotline. POB 17768. Baltimore, Maryland 21235. 800-269-0271. Socialsecurity.gov/OIG. SSA.gov/MyStatement, 800-772-1213, get your earnings record. Anonymizer.com. Anonymousbrowser.net. Antiphishing.org. bbbonline.org/ID theft/virtual.asp. cardcops.com/protect_identity.hdm. coveremyad.com, Identity Theft Prevention. creditinfocenter.com/identity/efeoeuravictim.html. cybirongles.org/pdf/ID theft_resources.pdf. EFF.net, Electronic Frontier. Epic.org, Electronic Privacy Info. Equifax.com/credit-information/identity-theft. IdentityGuard.com, Identity Theft Watchdog Service. IdentityTheft.biz-resources.com. identitytheft.org/faq.htm, identitytheftspy.com, idsafety.org/consumers, idscams.com, idtheftcenter.org, 858-693-7935, id-theftprotect.com, idtheftsecurity.com, idwatchdog.com, youridentitytheftshield.com, British Identity Theft, cifos.org.uk, the UK's Fraud Prevention Service, identitytheft.org.uk, Identity Theft Resources, Identity Theft Hotline, Federal Trade Commission, 600 Pennsylvania Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. 20590-0001, 877 ID Theft, 877-438-4338, 877 FTC Help, General Help, 202-326-2502, TDD, ftc.gov, consumer.gov/ID theft, fbi.gov/pressrel/pressrel04/ID theft 111704.htm, Identity Theft Resource Center, P0, Box 26833, San Diego, California 92196, 858-693-7935, idtheftcenter.org, amw.com, 877 AMW Gear. Service for small monthly fee where you're contacted anytime your name is used for anything. Call for Action, Inc. 866 ID Hotline, 866-434-6854. Callforaction.org. Phone counseling for identity theft victims. Callforaction.org. 800-647-1756. Free booklet ABCs of Privacy. Equifax Fraud Line. 800-525-6285. Experian Fraud Line. 888-397-3742. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Division of Compliance and Consumer Affairs. 550 17th Street NW. Washington, D.C. 20429. 800-934-3342, Consumer Call Center. FDIC.gov. fdic.gov/consumers/news/cnsbrg98/cons.html, article. fdic.gov/consumers/news/cnsbrg98/crook.html, article. fdic.gov/consumers/news/cnfol97/wallet.html. Federal Communications Commission. Consumer Information Bureau. 445 12th Street Southwest. Washington, D.C. 20554. 888-CALL-FCC. FCC info@fcc.gov. fcc.gov. Call them if someone gets phone service in your name. Federal Reserve System. Division of Consumer and Community Affairs. Mail Stop 801. Federal Reserve Board. Washington, D.C. 20551. 202-452-3693. FederalReserve.gov. Internal Revenue Service. IRS Taxpayer Advocates Office. 877-777-4778. IRS.gov. If you believe that someone has filed tax returns using your identity, contact the IRS and your state tax agency. National Fraud Information Center. 800-876-7060. Fraud.com. Fraud.org. National Credit Union Administration, NCUA. Compliance Officer. National Credit Union Administration. 1775 Duke Street. Alexandria, VA 223 14-3428. 703 518-6300. ncua.gov. Office of the Controller of the Currency. Customer Assistance Group. 1301 McKinney Street, Suite 3450. Houston, Texas 77010. 800-613-6743. occ.treasury.gov. occ.treasury.gov/chckfrd/chckfrd.pdf. occ.treasury.gov/idtheft.pdf. occ.treasury.gov/ftp/advisory/2001-4. Office of Thrift Supervision. 1700 G Street, NW. Washington, D.C. 20552. 202-906-6000. ots.treasury.gov. Privacy Rights Clearinghouse. 3100 Fifth Avenue, Suite B, San Diego, California 92103. 619-298-3396. privacyrights.org. SEC Office of Investor Education and Assistance. 450 Fifth Street, NW. Washington, D.C. 20549-0213. 202-942-7040. sec.gov/investor.html. Contact them if a thief has penetrated your investment account. Social Security Fraud Hotline. epub 17768. Baltimore, Maryland 21235. 800-269-0271. Fax 410-597-0118, fax. ssa.gov/oig/hotline/index.htm. ssa.gov/pubs. ssa.gov/pubs/10064.html, when someone misuses your number. TransUnion Fraud Line. 800-680-7289. Credit Monitoring Services. Credit reporting agencies and other companies offer a credit monitoring service for a fee where they will inform you by email of all new credit applications and other credit transactions in your name. Fraud Alert Info. If you feel you've been a victim of identity theft, call the 3 major CRAs and place a fraud alert on your credit report, which means that whenever anyone applies for credit in your name, you will be informed immediately. Any of the big 3 CRAs you contact are supposed to tell the other 2, but don't bet on it. Contact all 3 yourself. The fraud alert stays on your CR for 90 days and gives you access to 1 free report from each of big 3 CRAs. If you file an identity theft report with a law enforcement agency and show the CRA's proof of this, you can get an extended fraud alert that's valid for up to 7 years and includes 2 free CRS from each CRA within 1 year after filing it. You can place an initial fraud alert on your CR that will last for 90 days with a phone call, an email, or a letter. This will give you a free credit report from each of the agencies you file with. To place a fraud alert, contact the following: Equifax Credit Information Services, Consumer Fraud Division, epub 740256, Atlanta, Georgia 30374. 800-525-6285. Equifax.com. Experian. Fraud Department. epub 9556. Allen, Texas 75013. 888-397-3742. Experian.com. TransUnion. Fraud Victim Assistance Department. epub 6790. Fullerton, California 92834. 800-680-7289. TransUnion.com. Credit Freeze Info. A credit freeze is stronger than a fraud alert. It stops anybody new from looking at your credit files. Your existing creditors can still look, but no new ones, unlike a fraud alert, which doesn't stop anything, just informs you that there are new credit applications being done using your name. Put a freeze alert on your account. For a specified period of time, the CRAs will not allow anyone to check on your credit record. Therefore, no credit company is going to grant anyone credit without first knowing their credit score. Requesting a credit freeze is legal in virtually all states. clarkhoward.com/topics/credit_freeze_states.html, credit freeze guide. Equifax fraud line. 800-525-6285. Equifax.com, go customer service then FAQ then security freeze. Experian fraud line. 888-397-3742. Experian.com/consumer/security_freeze.html. TransUnion fraud line. 800-680-7289. TransUnion.com, go to personal then fraud and identity theft then prevention then security freeze.